بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. We usually use this time before Salat al-Jumu'ah to answer questions that have been submitted online. If you're interested in having your question answered, you can go to hijrah.info, that's hijrah.info/QA. Again, that's hijrah.info/QA. You recently, Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. How can I know if a potential wife is attracted enough for me without being unrealistic or compromising on deen? I think all of us have our own personal gauge on what attraction looks like, and it doesn't take much. I think for men, within the first 5 seconds, they can determine on whether a woman is attractive for them or not. It's not, I don't think it's that deep. I also think it's important to kind of keep in mind and understand that the moment that moment that I see this woman, like someone who I am maybe like a potential for marriage, she is presenting herself in a certain way, and I'm presenting myself in a certain way. It might be higher presentation than I normally present myself, and she might be presenting herself in a higher presentation as well. I think there are a couple things to keep in mind. Number one, I think it's always good to cast the wider net when I'm looking to get married. Right? Try to keep the net as wide as possible. If I have a list of like 20 different expectations that, oh, she needs to be this tall, and her eye color needs to be like this, right? And she needs to come from this family. And no, I don't want her to speak Arabic. I want her to speak Fusha, right? And I want her to be Hafala. Like you can have all of those things. Number one, what are you bringing to the table? I think attraction has to be very reflective. And just because I'm attracted to someone doesn't mean that what? That they're attracted to me. So I would say that these are probably some of the easier gauges to set those expectations. There will always be women who are, I would say, and I know I've said this before, but like higher than my weight class, right? If that makes sense, right? Like I have a certain attraction level. There will be women who are more attractive than me, and I will be attracted to them, right? Very naturally, right? Because they're higher. I think for men, it's easier to kind of shoot up. Women don't marry the same way. A lot of women, they'll marry for stability, and stability for them looks very different than it does for us. It doesn't mean that you can't find that match, but I will say that, at least for men, yes, attraction is the first motivating factor. It's not the only one, right? But it's the first motivating factor. After the attraction eligibility is gone, so like I said, like a vast majority of women will already have been removed for that for most men. And those remaining women, what most men are looking for is agreeability. Like someone who's not going to fight with me, someone who's not going to give me a hard time, someone who's going to help me, maybe not financially, right? But maybe somebody who's going to help me in the marriage so that the marriage is successful, who's going to help me raise a family and build a family. So I think there are a lot of factors, and it's important to kind of keep those things in mind. Attraction is not wrong, right? So I want to be very clear. It's not a wrong thing. If anything, I think it's actually good. But it can't be the only criteria. And if you find that you just keep choosing these women who are extremely attractive and who are rejecting you. I'm trying to think of a way how to say this without being mean. Yeah. A woman will feel harassed if you're not attractive to her. And a woman will feel appreciated if you are attracted to her. I'm sorry, I wish I knew how to say that better. That gives the message. Allah protect our young men and young women. Ameen. I recently heard that someone say a bad word that will make them fall into hell for 70 years. I really do try to respect my parents, but sometimes I get frustrated with them. To the end of the question. So the question is if I say something disrespectful or malicious toward my parents, They heard that this person's deeds are rejected for 70 years, and this person is thrown into the hellfire, and all their deeds are rejected. Can Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reject all of my deeds because of one action? He can, if He wills. Is that necessarily the case here? Not necessarily. What I would say is take steps in fixing, and by fixing, I don't mean making things normal between you and your parents. Fixing means that you can get to a point where you can be respectful and honor them. That's what I mean by fixing, right? I don't mean that, oh, you're gonna have a best friend relationship. No. What I mean by fixing is, how do I get to a point where I can continue to respect and honor them, right? That's what that means. But inshallah, we'll spend more time on that next time, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Wallahu a'lam, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, nabiyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.